According to the U.S. Department of Justice, child prostitution has become a problem of epidemic proportions, with estimates ranging between 300,000 and 800,000 each year. This is a rising epidemic. One of the main reasons for these astronomical numbers is the breakdown of the family. A lot of child prostitutes come from homes with an absent parent, marital separation, domestic violence, and substance abuse.
Victims of child prostitution can come from a variety of walks of life. Looking at data within the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, we see that about 40% of these victims are African American, another 40% are Caucasian. As far as where they're coming from, where they're leaving, some are from group homes, foster care, as well as single family homes. There's a variety of walks of life that leads them to running away.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is a non-profit organization that helps prevent child abduction, child exploitation, and helps find missing children.
Here in our headquarters, we have the FBI, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, U.S. Postal Inspection Service. They're here and they have access to all of our tips. We've had over 8,000 tips to date since 1998 regarding child prostitution. When we receive those tips, our team, we serve as a clearinghouse for information. We'll review it and we'll look for a jurisdiction somewhere in the United States or even abroad. And we're going to send that to law enforcement. We'll send it to the local jurisdiction where the child is believed to be, as well as notifying the Federal Bureau of Investigations. The FBI works very closely on these cases, and they'll assist the local agencies to identify the children and, when necessary, looking for the pimps as well, who may have additional victims. So the first part's obviously identifying them, and the second part is looking for those resources. We have a family advocacy division here at the center that has a variety of different resources that are available for the children as well.
The organization also has a cyber tip line, which is basically a 911 for the internet.
The internet certainly has helped to facilitate this issue. If you go back a few decades, a lot of people would think of prostitution, even involving children or adults, as something on a street corner. The internet has helped to advertise and make it much easier where individuals in their hotel room or their home can actually select online the particular children or even adults that they're interested in. In many ways, children can fall prey to the enticement angle. There certainly are pimps in that avenue where they're advertising online that you can get rich, you can become famous, this is how, and that's how they initially meet. And certainly once they move into that next realm, it's not the case. There are websites out there advertising, and there are other avenues through social media where they may meet. And certainly here at the center, we work very closely with the FBI. They have a program called Innocence Lost. They've had some Operation Cross Country where they've worked to identify the children. I think Cross Country's been...
Prostitutes are 60 to 100 times more likely to be murdered than other women. There are more prostitutes that have been murdered. However, not all cases are classified as prostitute murder.
We have heard of cases where the children have been murdered, and oftentimes it's at the hands of the pimp, or the one who had forced them into these situations in the first place. Sometimes in some of these cases that we've heard about, they were to testify against that particular pimp. They were seeking justice and fell prey and victim that way.
If you know anything about a missing or exploited child, then call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's number, 1-800-THE-LOST. Again, 1-800-843-5678. I'm Lauren Mitchell.
And I'm Janay Hutchins.
Reporting from School Without Walls Morning News.